Welcome. Today, as an alternative to your live Zoom yoga, I would like to share an opportunity for you to experience a meditation. This experience is presented by the Minnesota Symphony in their Music and Healing collection, narrated by Maryann Johnson. Enjoy this meditation, whether you choose to sit on your mat or in a comfortable chair. Namaste.
Listening to music that moves us can create moments of emotional engagement and relief by capturing and holding our attention fully. But the impact of music can go even further, because as we listen to music, we're also exquisitely attuned to each moment as it unfolds. And it can help us to be more connected to the present and to ourselves. We're so lucky to have with us Maryann Johnson from the Earl E. Bakken Center for Spirituality and Healing at the University of Minnesota. She'll share with us the powerful ways in which music can help us with mindfulness and wellness. Maryann, welcome.
Oh, thanks, Sarah. I'm so happy to be here.
So, Maryann, I know that the word mindfulness gets tossed around a lot. What does it really mean?
That's such a great question. Well, actually, I like to say that mindfulness is actually an innate capacity that we all have. However, given the busyness of our lives, inevitable life stressors, and of course, states of anxiety that we can all fall into, it can be really difficult to engender this innate capacity. So it can be helpful to build this capacity through mindful meditation and everyday practices like mindful eating or listening to music mindfully. So a simple definition of mindfulness that I'd like to share with you comes from Jon Kabat-Zinn, who over 40 years ago developed something that some of you may know about, a program called Mindfulness-Based Stress Reduction. And it's an 8-week program, now very well researched, teaching mindfulness meditation as a well-being and stress reduction method. So here's his definition. Mindfulness is an awareness of one's present moment experience with openness, curiosity, and a non-judgmental attitude. Now, I want to pause for a minute when I say non-judgmental, because that certainly doesn't mean that you lack discernment. But what it does mean is that we offer ourselves an opportunity to befriend that not always so helpful inner voice that we can have. And that's a process that we develop over time with patience and practice and a great deal of kindness. As we know, this being human isn't always easy for any of us. So the other thing I just want to say is that for over 40 years now, research tells us that the regular practice of mindfulness meditation can lead to reduced stress and reduction in symptoms of depression and anxiety. And interestingly, when you look at the reported benefits of mindfulness, and then you also look at the benefits of listening to music, you find a great deal of similarity in that research. So that's why together, listening to music mindfully can be so, I think, healing for us. So instead of talking about mindfulness, I thought that I would lead us through a short mindfulness meditation exercise, so I hope you're up for that. All right, so I'm going to settle into a comfortable seated position, and I'm going to invite you to do the same if you'd like. You'll notice I'm putting my feet on the floor here. So just taking a moment now to turn that gaze that's so obviously externally oriented for so many of us throughout the day a bit inward now. Getting comfortable in the chair that you're sitting in. Your eyes may be opened or closed through this exercise, whichever you prefer. If open, a soft gaze may be helpful. Taking a moment to really notice the feel of the placement of your feet on the ground. Perhaps noting that your body is being held and supported by the chair you're sitting in now. As best you can in this moment, gently inviting ease in the body, softening into any areas of holding, bracing, or tightness. And now, becoming aware of the movement of your breath, your body breathing, as if stepping back a bit to observe. This body knows just how to breathe, so no striving, efforting, or controlling the breath is needed. Just being with the rhythmic quality of the body breathing, the in-breath and the out-breath, just as it is. And now when you're ready, allowing your attention on the breath to recede a bit into the background for now, and bringing awareness of sounds to the forefront. Sounds in the hall, close by, further away. A movement of the body, the subtle sounds, the sounds of my voice coming and going. And also receiving the sounds of silence. Not having to chase after sounds, simply receiving them, just as you received the natural breath. And noticing when your attention has moved away from simply hearing a receiving sound. Perhaps noting the very human tendency of the mind to wander and to judge, editorialize, or critique. This happens to all of us. As best you can, with a sense of openness, curiosity, and kindness, gently acknowledging any thoughts or emotions that may arise, without having to judge them in any way, or to attach to or proliferate them. Rather, just acknowledging them and seeing them perhaps as clouds in an open expanse of sky, being seen and passing through. And then when you're ready, returning to receiving the changing nature of sound and of silence. And now, if you would like, continuing this mindful listening practice on your own as you receive the orchestra's performance that's about to start. Coming back to the breath or the feel of your feet on the floor, whenever you feel the need to refresh and renew, and then returning to listening to, receiving the music mindfully, as if allowing the music to simply wash over you. Throughout this piece, please note, I will also quietly offer a few one-word mindful prompts. aware. Receiving, remembering. Being with. I really would encourage you all now, if you'd like, just to take a moment to notice what it feels like in your body, mind, and heart, having just listened to that piece mindfully, just noticing whatever is present for you. And then before we listen to this next piece, I just want to say that a Minnesota orchestra musician once told me that a mentor of his told him that the music is good enough already. Don't need to add anything to it. And simply allow it to express itself. So may you enjoy the opportunity to listen mindfully now to "And the Birds Are Still." Simply and mindfully allowing the music to express itself.